Hi, welcome to the photosynthesis video 4. Last three videos, first video was introduction and the second video was the plants and the structure, chloroplast. Third one was the photosystem, the structure of the photosystem. Now if you watch these three videos, you have all introduction to understand the last process of this fourth video, that is light dependent reaction. In this video we are going to see light dependent reaction. Okay, so that's a thylakoid membrane. This. So thylakoid membrane, we have seen the photosystem. That's the photosystem. Now what we have learned in earlier video, the sunlight, just okay, the sunlight over a wide range from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer absorbed by the photosystem and then concentrated into the reaction center. That was the one we have learned from previous video. So let's see, this photosystem is photosystem 2. Now what happened when the light energy absorbed by the photosystem and the light energy is concentrated in the reaction center? This is a tremendous work of primary pigments, chlorophyll, accessory pigments and the protein molecules. So all make this effort to get the sunlight energy and concentrate to the reaction center. So finally what will happen, that's a 680 and the electrons from the atoms, for example magnesium atom of the chlorophylls, excited, and these electrons release from this complex. Now what we can say, there is an electron deficiency in photosystem 2, electron deficiency. So they have created electron deficiency, electron deficiency in the photosystem 2. Now this deficiency is filled by a molecule called Z protein. So Z protein which is a part of the photosystem, so this Z protein is stimulated by the electron deficiency, and this Z protein, now what they're going to do, they're going to split the water molecule. Let's say now what happened to the water molecule, they split into hydrogen, electrons and oxygen. So we can write this reaction like this way. Also we can write the reaction H plus electron and oxygen. So 2, 4, 4. Either way, we can balance this reaction. Water molecules break into electrons or half of oxygen and one hydrogen, or two water molecules can make four hydrogen ions, four electrons and one oxygen molecule. This is called photolysis. So we generate hydrogen, electron and the oxygen. Next, what's happening, these electrons generated in these reactions, so it's here, these electrons is going back to the photosystem as it has a electron deficiency. So you can see electron deficiency, which is filled by the electrons split from the water molecules. So again, the light energy comes to the photosystem, the energy is absorbed, electrons are excited and electrons are removed from the photosystem, which created electron deficiency. This electron deficiency activates some enzymes like Z proteins. Then Z proteins split the water into hydrogen ions, electrons and oxygen. Then these electrons going back here to the photosystem 2 complex and fill the electron deficiency by replacing the missing electrons. And now these electrons which move out from this photosystem 1 is going, the protein complexes are located in the cell membrane. So that's the first protein complex located in the cell membrane, that's called plastoquinone. The complex is called plastoquinone. So electron is now going to the plastoquinone complex. And after that, the electron is moving to the next complex, cytochrome. And then it moves to the next complex, plastocyanine. First, it moves to the plastoquinone complex, then it moves to the cytochrome complex, then it moves to the plastocyanine complex. When the electrons are moved from this complex to this complex to this complex, the energy is used to pump this they use to pump hydrogen ion from outside thylakoid into the inside thylakoid. That's hydrogen ion pumps in. So that's a stroma and that's a thylakoid, inside of thylakoid. So hydrogen ions pump from outside to the inside. The energy used by the electron moving down the protein complexes is used to pump the hydrogen ions. Next, this electron that's a photosystem 1. Now photosystem 1 also absorbs light energy, and this light energy is concentrated down here to the reaction center, and same way as photosystem 2, the electron is excited. So it also makes electron deficiency. However, this deficiency is filled by the electrons coming from the photosystem 2. There's no splitting of water. Instead, the electron coming from photosystem 2 fill the electron deficiency of photosystem 1. Now in photosystem 1, the electrons are moving same way like photosystem 2. So here the molecule here called iron sulfide, and the second one here is called ferrotoxin. So this electron is moving to the iron sulfide complex, and then it's moving to the ferrotoxin complex. Second complex is ferrotoxin complex. Ferrotoxin complex. And after that, this electron is moving to the second complex called, I'm extended the membrane to upward now to show that one. This one called NADP plus reductase. It's going to the NADP plus reductase. So again, before we come to here, the sunlight on the photosystem 2 absorb onto the photosystem 2. The energy is used to excite the electrons. Electrons are jumped out of the photosystem 2, created electron deficiency. This electron deficiency is filled by water splitting. Water split into electrons, hydrogen ions and oxygen. So this is filled. However, the electron keep on moving from plastoquinone, cytochrome and plastocyanin complex. And then photosystem 1, same way they absorb electrons, the light energy is absorbed to the atoms and electron is excited and then moved out. This deficiency is filled by the electron coming from photosystem 2. And this electron is moving to the iron sulfide and then a ferrotoxin complex, then going to the NADP plus reductase complex. Iron sulfide, ferrotoxin, NADP plus reductase complex. And the energy, okay, I just show in another way now. So the last complex is the photosystem 1, iron sulfide, that's ferrotoxin, and this is NADP plus reductase. So the electrons are moved out and then it's coming here and then coming here. NADPA reductase. NADPA called nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. And here the molecule NADP plus get this electron plus hydrogen ion and it form NADPH. That is, it's reduced, oxidized to reduced form. So that's oxidized form and that's a reduced form. To make it reduced, the energy from electron is donated by NADP plus reductase complex, that electron and energy, and then the hydrogen ion, they make NADPH. So NADPH is formed in the stroma. Next, here just photosystem. That's a photosystem 2, photosystem 1. So the electrons is coming from here. It's going here, 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 and then moving to the here. And this electron is going here, here, here to form the NADPH. As I told you before, hydrogen ions, they moved in. That means inside the hydrogen ion concentration is going high. When the hydrogen ion concentration high inside, outside is low, that makes the hydrogen ion gradient. So this hydrogen ion gradient is used to pump the hydrogen out. So when the pump hydrogen ion out, the energy of this gradient is used to convert ADP plus phosphate into ATP molecule. So ATP is formed and NADPH is formed in the stroma. So this is called photophosphorylation. That is, ATP is formed from the light, photophosphorylation. And the hydrogen ion gradient created here and pumped out, which is called chemiosmosis. Chemiosmosis and photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation is generation of ATP using energy from sunlight. Chemiosmosis is hydrogen ion gradient created by the inward hydrogen ion concentration using the energy from electron movements, created the gradients. As a result of that, hydrogen ion move back into the stroma, and this energy is used to make ATP plus ATP by ATP synthase complex. That's a light dependent reaction. In the light dependent reaction, it's always starting here, just starting here, and then electron is moved to here, and this electron is moved back to here. You can see it's a one direction and no return back, no return into the photosystem 2. It's a one-way communication or one direction reaction. Hence we call it's an uncyclic, because there's no process, cyclic process or reaction. So what is the product of this one? Oxygen, NADPH and ATP. Oxygen, NADPH and ATP. Oxygen, ATP and NADPH. So let's look at to the next video, cyclic process or cyclic reaction, photosynthesis light dependent cyclic process in the next video.